Nah, the white one is trolling. It's easy to do with. So, yeah, because you know I live with him for like years in and years out. So I seen his method into morphing specific. So he's gonna try to get under your nerves most of the time to have you snap and stuff like that. You already know how we do it with him across the space. So we just flex on the nigga over here, and then we very sure we roll our eyes back into morphings, and we just ignore the nigga our pleasure into morphing specific. So, and by the time he's getting mad across the space over and over again, he's gonna pick up a role, a character which he already picked to go off and be trained like a dog. He had to be mad on the space side, and that's why he always commit his error. If in the system where they always catch him, yeah, that's way to a mad system. So no, so I don't worry about that fool over here. I had to win the case. It's a more offense. It's nigga. I didn't train that nigga with nothing. I didn't psychologically manipulate nobody on the space here. These people literally falling into my first, and then wanted to like fucking claim as a group that someone their friend over here, and I'm the one over here that's encouraging them to go off and follow them by just talking to my phone over here. That's all. So anybody that believe into that shit over here is a big ass piece of shit. That's like mad stupid. I will not ever want you on a droid. That's all at all, because you're mad dumb. So I said, by the time I handle my shit over here, no, it's the black dudes that assisted that nigga over here. That's all. That was the main problem. Nah, because some of these niggas over here were going to have to do the most. You have to try to go off and try to like get under the niggas' skin. What? I just got lucky I'm an engineer. I'm not saying nothing, it's just that in that space over here, yeah, they can understand my mindset because of the fact that mind itself is a different mindset. When you apply safety standards, proper ships, understanding. So you can't just go off and like eyeball shit on the space because you have a crooked building that nobody will want to be on or buy. That'll go off and cost you money. By the time you build that building, people will want to kill you. Yeah. That's why they got the niggas over here to make sure that you cannot build that building. They put you on the madhouse. I want to build an airport. I want to take billions of dollars to go off and build an airport. So the airport could crash on dinner for one day. Oh, Matt said. Yeah. Nah, because I can understand where some of these come from. Because they going to see all that money. Yeah, they don't care about the brotherhood sometimes. The niggas we just pick the money on the special. That's all it is, man. Tough love. That's why I built that system over here to protect myself from surprise. And then that's why I got the niggas over here that believe in superstition to protect the luck. Right. Oh, by the time I was alone over here, I'm like, fuck. Yeah, humanity is like by accident evolving with me, with my consent. But what type of pieces of shit? Yeah, crackhead scammers. That'll be like your Bernie Madoff type over here. But also serial killers that rip your churn. Man, what's the worst type of liars? Yeah, the dirty bastard, man. Not in the good kind. The worst of the worst. No, some of them come up for photographic memory. So they gifted with intelligence, but some of them come with like a psychological problem. This other trick. Yeah. I don't know, man. Some of that white population from that supercarrier team over there with that cyberspace came with all that problem. And by the time I made it to like one airport to the next, originally I didn't have that problem across Europe or even Brazil. Yeah, only across the Asian sector to the Muslim network outside. The Oriental Muslim network created that problem for me all the way up to like the world itself. Because the prior I was on a new nation over here minding my own business, I'd be like, yo, that shit does not affect me. So then the ritual over there, we go off and like collude with that group to intentionally make sure that that shit can affect me. That's all. Even though that shit had died, the shit had fucking died down, people had forgotten about it. The nigga was in different nation over here sleeping on the streets. The whole went down to herself. That's how fucking boring the bitch is. The whole went down herself to go off and like reenact to a fucking shit that I don't even know was a fucking conflict. And then make sure to try to go off and make sure that the nigga can know that she affect him. That's all. And by the time I know the whole when she was doing that shit, she wanted to fucking spread chemicals around the entire fucking space, poisoning people's kids. Yeah, a fucking police network. I'm like, what is your point? Because I have to try to figure it out inside the class. Make you spell out the word justice and define it for me. And to what is your meaning of justice? I said by the end of the day, that meaning of justice that's related to like randomly fucking spraying chemicals inside a space with people's kids being burned down. Yeah, over a dude over that's fucking around people that was following me. And apparently the dudes that were following me around back in 2021 was complaining that I noticed them following me around. So I was honking my horn around the space here. So someone over there, me over there, is being targeted by somebody that's breaking inside my privacy, which I feel was a fear to my life. Could not go ahead and like somewhat be mean to that person or somewhat deter them. So someone the bitch ass nigga wanted to cry to like a whole bunch of retarded niggas and hoes around the space here, that then decided to go off and try to do the same fucking thing that the nigga was doing to. I was like, yo, did I fucking follow you home over here and go off and fucking harass you? Look at your fucking emails, all that shit from laptop, myself, and then go off and like make your life dangerous 5 years later when somebody was going to go off and fucking poison you and then cost you billions of dollars inside your own intellectual property and trade secrets. And no, so somewhere the fucking bitch ass hoes and niggas over here that like a low sense of low IQ will go off and encourage that shit over here to then go off and target the victim over here into more offense and then go off and try to. I was like, nigga, kill yourself in that fucking class. I said, if not from my instinct that told me that this shit was related to like a specific private group that's based off a naval yard that's spying off of me. I said, these niggas will go off like a random ass fucking retarded story with the cyberspace that this shit started in the message board, blah blah. It's like, no, the same fucking shit that they do with the share intel in Thailand to then go off and make sure that the Australian agency could go off and pick up my phone. Wink wink. Yeah, they pick up the phone, like the devices were like the Telegram channel were on, but they didn't pick up the laptop or the USB drives, yeah, or the hard drives at all. They didn't scan. That makes no sense. I'm sorry. If you want to go off and check shit that's way to like contraband that might be imported inside the digital system, like a video or audio that's way to like child porn or something like that, then you take the entire set of the USB drive, the hard drive, and then eventually the laptop, including outside. They went directly for the content that they've been monitoring over the last 3 years with the same IP address with like the same accounts over the Thailand space here. That's way to the phones and the tablet where they saw me watch pornography. Yeah. And then we're like, whoops, we found beheading videos because you know what they wanted to find on them, on their side. So within the 4chan sector or even the Google space, when you type in banned pornography, yeah, random thumbnails or like child pornography will pop up on there. That's still legal waters. Yeah, because you have to remember that civilians have to moderate the internet and the cyber boards like Facebook. So it's not illegal for the civilian over there, has not been cleared by the federal government over here to go look at child porn and pick up the child porn material and then be able to take the child porn over here that's uncensored and then dump it into that bin over here. That's what the moderators that civilians do every single day. They legally look at child pornography inside the United States without any clearance from the federal system itself. Because of the fact that there's nothing they can do against it, specifically when you're able to somewhat. No, the argument itself is being able to somewhat replicate and clone light as a small cell by the billions under less than 1 second. So you're able to create a process and you replicate like 1 billion times over. Yeah, so once somebody goes off and they replicate that effect itself and it bounces on from one tunnel to the next, one cable, one software to the next, you can't stop it because it's going to keep on replicating itself like a virus. If they had a cure for that, then the internet would be cured of all viruses, all S3. Yeah, the internet would have zero viruses around the space here, which mean that your law system over here would have been perfect. Yeah, that law system over there would have been absolutely fucking perfect. It would not be broken. Yeah, everything would be going as planned with no fucking interruption, no gunshot, no violence. Perfect fucking world. We were in heaven. But unfortunately, yeah, the environment itself said fuck the perfect world. So based on a solar flare that you can't control and a field of magnetism that control the earth core, lava has to go off and go like poof onto the earth area, and somewhat moves certain tectonic plates that go off and like vibrate across the space with like a big ass fucking huge fucking massive ass of an acoustic wave that goes like zoom, boosh, breaks this apart. because of the fact that the vibration causes space here, somewhat create energy. Yeah, that quickly happen and snaps. Yeah, into more things. That's why to compression itself, where the energy has to go off and go somewhere, but within that space itself, the energy cannot go off and like find enough time to be transduced into another form of energy. So within that space, explosion happen. Yeah, because of the law of the world. So another system itself that's way to like the air, or even another system that's massive will go off and quickly take that energy, absorb it as quickly as possible underneath an error that makes it impossible to exist into the world itself. Yeah. So somewhere because of the shit that shit fucking happened, natural disasters. That's why people lose money around the space and they become desperate. So they commit to crimes. That's why they're going crazy, stealing money, killing people, raping people, eating babies, all sorts of stupid ass shit from the top. So that infinity itself is divine into all celestial system over here. So you never have a perfect system at all. What's up? Yeah, into all grand sets of like fucking retardation. That I don't know, man. Somewhere I gotta bring that shit from across and be like, yo, what is the definition of fucking justice? Yeah, I was like, well, we don't have justice over here, so why should I ever abide to a police network or a group? Why should I even fund it? That's why. Why should I not be able to like go up and form my own group, hunt down the police group, and like blow up the fucking police station and be able to take it by force? That's why. Yeah, the rule of the jungle. Apparently, that's the rule we're currently going by. Fucking Miss Retard.